Well, this is a familiar menu, once again. What's up, YouTube? This is Arlyoshi as usual. I'm Max, bringing you Let's Play Asagao Academy Normal Boots Club. We've already done 2 of the routes so far. We have done John's route, and we've done Gerard's route. Now, once again, you can check the description below to vote on what route you want us to do next. But throughout Gerard's route, I had people vote for this route, and the vote was PBG. Now, I know that after this, Paul will be the only one left on the list. That doesn't mean you can't vote for the others. There's still Satch, there's Paul, Satch, Jared, and Shane. All 4 of them are options. You don't have to vote for Paul. I just need to remember to, if someone other than Paul wins, I just need to kind of redo some of my early game choices, and that's easy to do. But anyway, we're going to do PBG this time around, so let's do it.
PBG.
I pick PBG. My nodded. That is going to be hella adorable, let me tell you. I've heard from people that... Give me a moment, actually, I think I didn't turn Skype off. No, I did. Okay, it's all good. I've heard from people that PBG's route is typically the fan favorite, I've noticed. It's apparently easy. It's like, maybe not as much as Gerard, but it's one of the easier ones. And it's just, people just like it a lot. So I'm definitely looking forward to this. I'm glad it wasn't the first one I did, because I didn't want to start out with it a super easy one. But yeah, let's go for this. I know he can be a bit silly, but PBG, when he cares about something, he truly cares. He'll be good to you. My, it's just one date. Sure. Well, go on.
What?
What? Go on and get your man. Wait, you mean now?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Mai hit me on the back, practically shoving towards the door. I've definitely already read this twice now, so... Senpai.
Yeah.
Messed up. Just go. I'll show us up through. Now, where would I find him? Of course, PBG was at the soccer field, practicing like a madman. I shouldn't have expected anything less. I approach him from the side, shouting to be heard over the sound of balls being kicked into the goal.
PBG.
That's not much of a shout, Hana. Excuse me. PBG? Hello?
Hana.
Oh, Hana.
Yay!
Goal! Hey, I guess so. Now, for the record, in the time since I've last voiced PBG, I've heard how he actually sounds. Like, when he's just casually speaking, as opposed to, like, his voice clips in this game. And, yeah, I think my voice for it was definitely not accurate, but whatever. When I voice these characters, I typically just go for how I feel they would sound within the context of the game, not how they actually sound in real life. Because, let's face it, in real life, Jared is not a model, Gerard does not collect kitty figurines, maybe. PBG doesn't play soccer, maybe. Shane's not an asshole. Fairly certain on that one. And John's parrot isn't a robot. So, you get the idea here. He laughed and ran to meet me on the side of the field. What's up?
Well,
as you know, the flower festival is tomorrow. Oh yeah, it is! His eyes widened with the realization, and he looked at me as if seeing me for the first time as I kicked the microphone like an idiot. He slowly turned red. So, what brings you here with that information? He couldn't look me in the eyes, and my self-consciousness was mounting. Well, you know, I guess people go to the festival together, so... Oh, yeah, they do, don't they? He laughed loudly. Too loudly. Yeah, so... if we could go together, that would make me really happy. I trailed off, staring at the ground, my heart drumming like an engine. This was awful. I couldn't even look to see what kind of reaction Whoa! PBG picked me up and spun me around in circles. I grabbed onto his shoulders to keep from being flung from his arms.
Yeah.
Of course I'll go with you. I'm so glad you asked.
really?
Really? Of course. There isn't anyone I'd rather spend it with. He set me down and beamed at me. Well, good? I'll say, this is great. I got asked by a girl.
Yeah.
This is the best day of my life. Oh jeez, I had to get out of here. My heart couldn't take it.
See you later.
Okay, then I'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.
Yeah, see you tomorrow. And with that, I ran away. I woke up late the next morning, and we've seen this again. Alright, here we go. I don't need to be in skip mode. Alright, whatever. I stood in front of the dorm that night, feeling awkward on my yukata. There we go. Students passed by me on either side, laughing and chattering anxiously away. A dim red glow grew on the horizon, the bonfire at the festival. The excitement thrumming through the air made me squeamish. I just realized I could probably have this off screen, just do the spacebar again, huh?
Hey.
Hey! I jumped. Yeah, I mean, I once again, this isn't like an ultra-formal event, so yeah, that looks pretty good.
Hey.
You're here! I am! I smiled at PBG as my tension melted away. With PBG here, everything would be okay. I wasn't sure why I felt that way, but I did. Ready to go?
Yeah.
More than ready. Together, we walked down the path on the way out of campus. I haven't actually been off campus since school started. Really? I've been off campus for a few soccer-related things, but otherwise, I haven't either. Well, I've been off campus in, like, 2 separate timelines, but there's not much going on around here, though. The festival's the biggest thing. As we walked, something struck me as odd. He looked different. Well, I mean, he was wearing different clothes. You're not wearing your jacket. No shit. No? I mean, I have an extra shirt on. You look really different in normal clothes. Yeah? Well, you look really different in your yukata. Good different. You're super cute. I mean, his ears turned pink, and I laughed. Thank you. Seems you're not the only nervous one, Hana. What a change. As we approached the edge of the festival, an outpouring of drums, laughter, and the calls of people running stalls cascaded into the night. So, what do you want to do first? I don't really know what there is to do here. Stalls lined the sides of the street. Higanbana, where Asagao was located, was a very tiny town. For some reason, I thought this had a very thin town. But everyone pitched in for the festival. Restaurant owners pitched their staples, as well as experimental new foods. Cotton candy-covered chicken, fried butter, sugar-crusted yams. Painters and sculptors showcased their latest works of art, ranging from vases and cups and paintings of flowers to artistic news, doujinshi work, and life-size replicas of the town founder. And then there were the standard festival games, picking a balloon from underwater using only a metal hook attached to a paper handle, fishing for goldfish with paper hoops, shooting bottles glued to where they stood. Festival games weren't really fair, were they? Presented with so many choices, I simply asked for what came to mind. How about Asagao's stall? Oh yeah, why don't we go see how things are over there? PBG led the way through the crowd, and I tried to stay close behind. It was easy at first, but when we came to the main square, the throng of bodies grew thick. I was so damn short I couldn't see anything beyond the bodies. PBG's brown hair disappeared in front of me, and I was shoved between backs, butts, and elbows. Excuse me? Excuse me, please? A woman in a pink yukata next to me rolled her eyes and stepped to the side so I had space to breathe, but which way did PBG go? I couldn't see him anywhere. Okay, calm down. Just, where was the Asagao stall? It was on the east side, right? But I couldn't tell which direction was which. The stalls contained much of the same things on either side. Which way was east? Which way was west? Even the sun was gone. Or at least blocked out by the light from the campfire, or bonfire. I mean, it's nighttime! Look at the sky. What would I do? Ow! A man elbowed me in the cheek, and my eyes watered. I hated being short. I needed some place to sit down and gather my thoughts, but I was so lost. Don't cry. Don't panic.
Hana!
Oh, hey! PBG? A head was bobbing up and down a few feet in front of me. He was jumping to see over the crowds.
Hey!
Hey! I'm right here! I see you! I'm coming! Too relieved to care, I shoved unsuspecting people to the side as I made my way to him. Hana! What the hell? Sorry, Mimi. Not really. Not. Hey! Exactly!
Hana!
Hana!
PBG.
PBG, I'm so glad to see you. I rushed into him, clinging to the side of his waist. I was so scared, and someone hit me in the face.
What?
Really? peeled me off of him and hunched over to look at my cheek. Oh, I think I could see a bruise coming along. We'll ask for ice at one of the stands, okay? Here, take my hand and don't let go. Ah, that's the line from the intro, I think. I nodded and took his hand. As we wove through the crowd, he kept his arms stiff to the side. It was like we were part of the same body. PBG was oddly reliable. He hadn't struck me as that kind of person. Not after that project we did together, or oversleeping and missing class. But when you needed him, he came for you. I guess there was a reason he was one of the founding members of Normal Boots. Oh, thank God! With a gasp of relief, we pulled out of the crowd and into one of the side roads. Asagao's stall is this way. You can ask one of the drink vendors for some ice. I'm so glad to be out of there. Me too. I hate large crowds of people. It's just so hard to breathe. It's hard to treat people like they're people when there's so many. Yep, I nodded. Out here, there was no reason to continue holding hands. I expected PBG to let me go, but instead he pulled me along down the street. It is a date, Hana. Did he realize we were still holding hands? I glanced up at him, but he was focused on searching the stalls in front of him. Though his ears were a little pink. Was he stressed? Wait. More importantly, I wasn't pulling away either. PBG was... Was this a date? Is this a real date? You said it was a date earlier! You're sending big signals to yourself, girl! Shouldn't I know this? I was the one to ask him. Maybe I should do something to show that it's one way or the other? Or what should I do? Did I want it to be a date? I mean, it's technically a date, it's a flower festival date, but is it a romantic date? Why didn't I think about this before? Hang on, water. Yeah, great. Starting this off with something in my throat. Excuse me, can we have some ice? She got hurt. PBG was talking to a red-haired girl at one of the stalls. Wait. Kakusu? Affirmative. Ice will be delivered. What was the happenstance behind this? Some guy just up and elbowed her in the face. He didn't even do anything about it. That is awful. I know, right? Who does that? How could you not feel when your elbow slams into somebody? I guess there's a lot going on, but still. You are a supportive individual. This time, PBG's face turned red. Well, anybody would do that. Kakusu, what are you doing at this stall? Hello, Hana. Don't you have a date? Oops. I glanced at PBG, who was staring at Kakusu as if trying to memorize her every movement. My family owns a restaurant out here, and I am supporting their efforts. Ha! That makes you a supportive individual. Kakusu turned to look at him blankly, then opened her mouth. Ha. Your attempt at humor is charming. As Kakusu opened a plastic bag and started shoveling ice inside, PBG leaned down near me. This girl is really weird. Did he not notice? She's always been this way. Don't worry about it. She likes you. Does she? Here is your ice, human. Thank you, human? He really didn't notice. Kakusu beamed at him. That is wonderful. We are friends now. Allow us to be friends. Yeah, sure, we're friends. Kakusu has made a friend. Kakusu is a supportive human. Kakusu has been successful today. Let's get out of here.
Bye.
Bye, Kakusu. Goodbye, friends. I find it funny. We pulled into the edge of an empty-looking stall, where PBG held the bag of ice up to my face. The freezing cold and rigid plastic stung my skin, but he held it up to me as if handling a butterfly. I can hold it myself. It doesn't seem to be swelling too much. That's good. You don't need to worry. It's not that bad. I don't even feel it when we talk. Yeah, but we don't want it to get any worse. Quit worrying. He nodded, but didn't seem to hear me. I grinned at him. Give me that. I reached up to grab the bag and grabbed his hand instead. Ah! He let go, and the bag fell to the ground with a soft thud. Sorry. No, it's... God, why was it suddenly so awkward? Because it's an anime-style visual novel and this is a requirement? This wasn't a... Or was it a date? Oh my god, yes it is! What should I want? For heaven's sake. I grabbed the bag and put it up to my face.
Yeah!
Look, they have taiyaki! He left for the stall without waiting for me to follow. I dashed to catch up. His legs were longer than mine, so it took me 2 steps for his every one. I was practically jogging next to him. Slow down!
What?
Oh, yeah, you said it. Sorry. He eased his pace, and I walked in place next to him. We reached the stall, and he bought 2 of the fish-shaped pastries, handing one to me. Thanks. So, should we continue to Asagao's stall? We turned and started walking in silence again. Okay, now it was really awkward. I didn't think it was because of me. PBG fidgeted and kept staring into space. He almost tripped over the same kid twice. Something was on his mind now. What? Are there fireworks at this festival? What? Are you okay? PBG stopped walking and looked at me, his face contorted. What's wrong? Are you feeling alright?
Hana.
I'm fine. There's something I want to talk to you about. I glanced ahead. The Asagao stall was only 2 stalls down, where I could see Mai's red hair appear and disappear from under the covers. She could wait. Sure, what's up?
Well...
He began to walk again, and I fell into step beside him. Did I look familiar to you when we first met? Did he? The first day I walked into the Asagao classroom, didn't it seem like I had seen him somewhere before?
Yeah.
Wait, I think you did. Really? So you'll believe me when I tell you we've met before, right? He looked familiar, but he was also a tall guy with brown hair. There were plenty of those around. I sighed. I'm sorry. I can't remember. He stared at the ground. It's okay. It was a long time ago. Really? When you first showed up in class, you looked exactly like this girl I used to play with when I was little. She would come over to my house and we'd play video games together. Then you mentioned something like that at the stomp match, so I stopped walking. There was a little boy from my past, but... Well, ever since the accident... Accident? When I was 11, I bumped my head getting out of the shower. I spent 3 days in the hospital with amnesia. Most of my memories came back in a few weeks, but the memories of the boy I used to play with, only a few of those came back. I still can't remember his name or his face. So, if I am the little girl from your past... He cleared the distance between us, taking both my hands in his own.
Hana!
I know you're her. You're Hana. You were my best friend when we were little. You would only use the blue controller for the Nintendo 64 because you said it gave you powers like a Power Stranger. All these names are amazing. And you made me use the green one because you said it matched my eyes. I stared up at him for a long time, searching his face. There was something about him that was familiar. Something that made me feel oddly at home. But if the memories were lost somewhere inside of me, they were too far gone for me to reach. I'm sorry. Your favorite game was Screw You, Pikachu! And we would take turns making up insults and making him dance, and we called him Rodrigo. You'd cry when I'd hit the chickens in Cuckoo Rico Village when we played Zilda. I know it's you. I shook my head, the guilt knotting itself in my stomach. Slowly, he let go of my hands, dropping his arms to his sides in defeat.
PBG.
No.
No. I want you to call me by my real name. Your real name? Your real name isn't just PBG? Holy shit, my entire life has been a lie. He clenched his fist. My real name is... Peanut Butter Gamer. Okay, I see we're not going the Austin route here. Way to go. Way to fuck with us, game. Oh my god, why did you slap me in the face? I took a step back and looked at him again. That messy mop of hair, the slightly tired puppy dog look in his eyes, the narrowness of his face, the days I spent over at his house, walking to school together in the mornings, that time I pushed him out of my tree, I was a bit of a bitch. It all came rushing back. Oh my god, Peanut Butter Gamer, I remember now! You do? Oh my god, you're so different! So are you!
Hana.
You were always the loud, adventurous one when we were little, so when you first showed up in class, I wasn't sure that it was you. But as you opened up, I began to see more of the Hana I remembered. I'm so sorry. I was treating you like a complete stranger this whole time. PBG waved a hand. It's no problem. Amnesia, it happens. You know, just a standard Tuesday for me.
No.
You were so important to me when we were little. You were my best friend. You meant so much to me. I was so sad when you left, and you never wrote me or anything. I lost your address when we moved, and I didn't have your email address. I only remembered your first name, so I couldn't even look you up. It's good to see you again.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. We laughed, and I beamed at him. I couldn't believe it. He was so different now. He was tall and brave and athletic, but he was still the same PBG from when we were kids, always thinking of others, inconveniencing himself to make sure they were okay, even down to his crazy obsession with soccer. So, I'm the reason you like video games, huh? I flushed. Well, I might have exaggerated a little bit. Don't even. We could be friends again.
Hana.
We are friends again.
Yeah.
We are. We're friends again. Guys, I think they're friends again. Yeah, friends again. You have to tell me about everything that happened after you left. Everything! I grabbed onto his arm and jumped up and down. Okay. First, do you want some more food? I'm still kinda hungry. We never made it to the Asagao stall. We walked past it several times, and Mai winked at me every time. Instead, we caught up over ramen and takoyaki, talking about his move, my mother's death, and what our lives were like since we last saw each other. Even as the festival ended and PBG walked me back to the dorm, there was so much I still didn't know. But I was happy. I was so happy. This seems to be like the goodbye scene, so we'll cram this in for the episode. PBG stopped in front of the dorm, an odd look on his face.
Hey.
Hey, instead of heading in, do you want to come hang out? I have to go report PB&J, but maybe you'd like to sit in?
Yeah.
I'd love to. This was the beginning of something beautiful. Hey! Alright, so we get to move on to Chapter 2 in the next episode. Or I guess we'll move on to it here and now. But we're not going to say any of this until the next episode. So, I have been Max. And I've done so many recordings with other people that I was expecting someone else to say something. But this is the beginning of Asagao Academy PBG's route. I'm starting to see why people like this route so much, because it actually connects to Hana's past. And I've done John's and Gerard's routes, so like this doesn't come up in those. And it's like, I guess it doesn't come up in the other routes, so it kind of feels, I guess it just feels bad to be like we know PBG from our past, and in every other route we don't really reconcile at all. Because this game doesn't really give, like, once you choose who you're going with, you choose one guy, and then you never see the others, like, ever, so. Alright, so, see you guys next time as we head on to PB&J. Whoosh!